How's it going, everybody? Eric here with 3 Crown Studio. So what is a reference track? Why do we need them? And what are currently my top 5 favorite tracks to reference? Let's get into it. So to put it as simply as possible, reference tracks are just songs that we use as a point of reference. Now, as artists in the creative industry, we reference other material all the time. We hear something that we love, we draw inspiration from it, and then we reimagine it and fold it into our own work. But this isn't the kind of referencing that I'm talking about today. I'm talking about using reference tracks from the perspective of critical listening. All right, so before we continue, let me just say that I am not an expert in how the human brain functions, but I'm going to do my best to explain a couple of things so that hopefully we can all understand why it's so important for us as audio engineers to have a set of reference tracks. So energy waves travel through the air and enter our ear canals, at which point they cause vibrations in our eardrums. Then it's up to our brains to interpret those vibrations into what we perceive as sound. Now, our brains are constantly adjusting based on what they're hearing and how they're hearing things, just like our eyes adjust when we go from a dark room out into direct sunlight. So if there's something off or something doesn't sound quite the way we know it should, our brains will actually adjust the way that we're interpreting that sound so that it sounds correct to us. So let's put this in the context of working on a mix. Let's just say that you're working on a mix and the vocals are way too loud compared to everything else. If you don't understand that that's happening and adjust for it in the mix, your brain will actually start to pick up on it and adjust it for you. It'll say, whoa, hang on a minute. I don't really like vocals to sound that loud compared to everything else, so I'm just gonna turn those down a little bit. This is why sometimes when you're working on a mix for an extended period of time, let's say you spend a whole day working on a mix, and by the end of that day, the mix just sounds so good and you're so excited about it. So you export that mix, you wake up the next day, you're excited to listen to it, you turn it on, and lo and behold, it sounds like garbage, and you find yourself sitting there saying, what happened? It sounded so good when I left yesterday. Well, this is why. Because over time, your brain continued to make adjustments so that the mix would sound as good as possible, but the changes didn't actually happen in the mix itself. So, what we need to do is have a set of tracks that we know and we love, and whenever we put those tracks on, no matter where we are, we understand immediately what they're supposed to sound like. Now, all this about hearing and the human brain can get really complicated, and honestly, it's way more than any of us could ever hope to fully understand. But luckily, choosing a set of reference tracks is extremely simple. All you have to do is pick a couple of songs, 3 to 5 at the most, and start listening to them on a regular basis. That way, no matter what, you can listen to your reference tracks and understand what a good mix is supposed to sound like. This helps to recalibrate your hearing so you can trust yourself to make good decisions on whatever project it is you're working on. All right, so as promised, I want to share with you guys the 5 songs that I am currently using as reference tracks. But before I do, if you're digging this video, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know in the comment section down below what songs you like to use as reference tracks. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as well as hit that bell icon so you can receive notifications whenever new videos go live. Now, unfortunately, I can't play any of these songs on this video for copyright reasons, but here are, in no particular order, the 5 songs that I'm currently using as reference tracks. First one on my list is Sunday Rain by the Foo Fighters. Next is Color My Life by Chicano Batman. After that, I have Royals by Lorde. Then Velvet Elvis by Casey Musgraves. And number 5 on the list is Do I Wanna Know by Arctic Monkeys. All of these songs sound fantastic to me for different reasons, but more importantly, I listen to them often and I know what they sound like. That way I can recalibrate the way that I'm hearing things anytime I need to, so I can make good decisions and create better mixes more consistently. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you next time.